Hey, good morning, everyone. How is everyone doing today? How are you guys doing today? Hey, this is Gregory Wilds coming live to you from Houston, Texas with his inspirational morning walk. Hey, for first-time listeners, I just get some exercise in the mornings and I share my thoughts with you guys, whatever I'm inspired to talk about that day. Yeah, and if you like what you hear, and you can always go on YouTube. We have a lot of these little talks here in the morning, inspirational talks on YouTube. You can just go on YouTube, type in my name, Gregory, W-Y-L-E-S, and this channel should pop up. And you can find a lot of stuff on there that might bless you. But today, I want to say happy Friday to everyone. Happy Friday. As you guys heading into the weekend, I just want to send you with something positive. I'm just going to drop a quick word of motivation here and then go on my way. But I know somebody probably need this motivation today. Somebody need this little motivation today. And the question I'm going to ask, am I too old to live my dream? Am I too old to live my dream? You got a dream. God put something on your heart. You get thrown off the track, whether you get kids or whether what come up in the way. And now you're like, man, I'm too old now. I'm too old. Can't happen no more. The window of opportunity passed, you know what I mean? So we can attempt to answer the question today and see. We can look at a little passage from the Bible, a little story from the Bible. Then we can look at the real life story so we can relate to. And then see if we can answer the question if you're too old to live your dream or you're too old to do the thing that you wanted to do all this time, right? So let's look at Genesis 18:9 through 15. Genesis 18:9 through 15, and then we can look at the real life story that most of us can relate to, right? So Genesis, see, this is when God had made the promise with Abraham. He just changed his name and changed his wife's name from Sarai to Sarah. And he told him then get his child and all that good stuff, right? And then these two angels had come and visit to reinforce this covenant, right? So these angels had come and visit. This is when Abraham visited, right? So we pick it up from Genesis 9 when the angels was talking to Abraham. They just come in his tent. He tell his wife to cook some food for them and all the good stuff. So here were the angels ask, where is Sarah, your wife? The visitors asked. She's inside the tent, Abraham replied. Then one of them said, I'll return to you about this time next year, and your wife Sarah will have a son. Sarah was listening to the conversation from the tent. Abraham and Sarah were both very old by this time, and Sarah was long past the age of having children. So she laughed silently to herself and said, how could a worn-out woman like me enjoy such pleasure, especially when my master, my husband, is also so old, right? So she just laughed to herself. It's like, man, what is foolishness these men telling my husband? What are building up my husband hopes about here, right? Then the Lord said to Abraham, why did Sarah laugh? Why did she say, can an old woman like me have a baby? Is anything too hard for the Lord? Is anything too hard for the Lord? I want you to hold on that, right? I'll return about this time next year, and Sarah will have a son. Sarah was afraid, so she denied it, saying, I didn't laugh. But the Lord said, no, you did laugh. Don't laugh at me. Long story short, you all know when, that was the promised child. Isaac to go on and get the child the next year. This prophecy come true. She was about 90 years old. Abraham was about 100 yeso old, right? So you're asking, is it too old? Am I too old to live my dream? Stephen Adams, how are you doing this morning, sir? Am I too old, right? Sarah was 90. She laughed herself and said, man, I'm worn. How can a worn out woman like me enjoy such pleasure? How could a woman like me who passed the childbearing age get a child? God saying, is it anything too hard for the Lord, right? Is it anything too hard for the Lord? And you ask yourself this question right now. Man, I really wanted to do this, but I had to raise my children. I had to do this. I had to do that. So is it too old? Am I too old right now to live my dream and do the thing I wanted to do? Right? See over here, this Sarah, she was 90. She done give up on that. Right? But God's saying, is it anything too hard for me? So let's look at a little story before I give my little spill on this. Let's look at another story, a real life story here right now. Tessa, good morning. Tessa, good morning. Let's look at a real life story that a lot of us can relate to, right? And if you're a fan of Frank's Red Hot red hot sauce, and maybe even if you're not, chances are you've seen the commercials featuring the charming little old lady. Wearing thick glasses, pearls, and other classic little old lady accessories, she turns to the camera and say calmly, "Fred Red Hot Sauce." I put that bleep on everything. You know, if you know the commercials, you know what a bleep is, right? The quirky ad has been developed a cult following, which more than half a million views on YouTube, and among hot sauce lovers. The little old lady character, who goes by the name of Ethel Herman in the commercial, is much known and loved. Well, it turns out that the sassy star lives in Vancouver, Canada, right? Is Vancouver, Canada? I'm not sure which Vancouver it is. Live in Vancouver. Her real name is Jean Hamilton, and she's 89 years old, according to a great profile by Pete McMartin in the Vancouver Sun. She was discovered in a local knitting shop when a talent scout from Frank's ad agencies came in looking for little old ladies with attitudes, right? So you see the same little thing with attitudes. This reminds me of be yourself, right? Be yourself. Don't try to be someone else because everyone else is taken. She had a little attitude. They come looking for an old lady with attitude. Jean was a frequent customer of the shop where she stocked up on supplies for her home knitting business. After a successful audition of the character of Ethel Herman, Jean's character suddenly took a striking new direction. She flew to New York for a photo shoot and then on to London to do the first of 5 commercials. It was there when she first developed the immortal line that she became known for, right? In the commercial, of course, anyhow. But I'm just trying to show you. This lady at 89 years old, around the same age with Sarah when she got the baby, when she got Isaac, right? At 89 years old, I think somewhere else they're looking at says she'd really wanted to do something like this into acting or something like that. Can't remember. But at 89 years old, the attitude, the stuff what people probably was condemning her for and saying, oh, this lady, she's this and that. That same attitude land her a big role and she become a big celebrity at 89 years old, right? At 89 years old. Same age where Sarah had that baby at. So we're asking the question again, am I too old to live my dream? Am I too old to do the thing that I really wanted to do for all these years? Am I too old to go back to school and get the degree that I'd wanted? Am I too old to go and open the business that I'd wanted to open? Am I too old to go on and do whatever it is that you had wanted to do? Right? I just want you to remember when Sarah laughed and what the Lord said. Why did Sarah laugh? Why did she say, can an old woman like me have a baby? Is anything too hard for the Lord? Is anything too hard for the Lord? So I'm saying, that's why the Bible say, that scripture say, where there's life, there's hope. You are not done until your eyes are closed. He is not finished with you until your eyes is closed, right? So, I don't need to go on too long. I think these 2 stories explain it all. Am I too old to live my dream? I think the answer is no. You are not too old to do the thing that you wanted to do. You're not too old. And take some, get some strength from these 2 stories right here. Get some hope from these 2 stories right here. And I'm going to leave you with this scripture. Philippians 4:13. I can do all things through him who gives me strength. I can do all things through him who gives me strength. Right, guys, I'm going to go on too long. I'm going to leave that there, but somebody needs to hear this going into the weekend. That you're not too old. I know you're pondering over this, man. Oh, I'm 60, I'm 70. I can't go back to school now. I can't do this. I can't do that. That time has passed, you know. No, man, if it's bugging you, it's still on your mind. Don't give up on it. Don't give up on it. It's something important you probably need to do. And you need to do it. Maybe it's not only for you need to do it for, but it's going to bless someone. It's going to give someone hope. And you're going to play your part and do your part. Right, guys? So, are you too old to live your dream and do the thing you needed to do? I would tell you, have the faith, have the hope, and keep on keeping on. All right? Time is going to fly. I saw a nice little saying the other day. I was looking for something to motivate my son, and I see a nice little saying. They said the bad news is time flies, but the good news is you are the pilot. Time can fly. If you're looking at, man, you start where you need to start right now, because if it can take 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, that time is going to come. That 3, 4, 5 years is going to come. And it's going to come, either you achieve the goal or you're going to come and you did not achieve it, because you're looking how long it's going to take and how old you might be when the time comes before you achieve it. But that time is going to come once you're still on earth here. That time is going to come, and it's either you're achieving it, you're celebrating when the time comes, or you're not celebrating because you didn't want to start it. So the bad news is time flies. But the good news is you are the pilot. You are the pilot. All right, guys? Thank you, Stephen. Thank you, Stephen. Hey, all right, I'm going to leave that there, guys. Have a great, great weekend, and we're going to talk again on Monday. Okay, bye.